Hey, how you doing? It's like after the red clay's been in the hair. Thick hair. Look at the hair. How thick it is. Look at that. This is bullshit here. Look. I'm gonna change this. This is a bullshit light. This is a bullshit light. Hold on. There we go. Is that better? Bullshit light. That's about the best thing you could do. Gonna be 60 soon. I don't use poison. I don't use shampoo. I don't use like their toothpaste. I don't use anything of theirs anymore. I don't use their glow. I don't use their toothpaste. I don't bionano on your skin, stripping it with all the weird chemicals. Scorpion bite, snake bite, I don't have a problem. I've had like weird shit. I had like this weird fucking insect about this big. Um, Moves pretty fast. It looks like Alien. The movie Alien was based off this insect. It's called Mother of Skull. Grande Madre. Mother of Skull. That's what it's called. And it's got the big, huge head, just like Alien, and the little like claws. And when it bites you, you get this huge pussy abscess. And it doesn't necrotize like the Arlomo, but it's big. My son got it. I got it. We both got it on the head, and it was like a huge sore abscess. Put the white clay on. It went down in like an hour. Get bit by scorpions here. I put the white clay on it, and it's over. I cut my 2 fingers off when the car rolled out here, refining clay, right? You see the little nib there? Missing a piece of skin. But it was cut off at 90%. The whole tip of the finger. You have no idea what I've been going through to get this clay out to the world. Knowing about clay since 2002 and using it for any problem I have. My son uses it, he's getting huge. He's getting very, very big. You'll see him sooner or later. He'll come on the channel. I'm way up here in the mountains, far from the faggotry of the penis and all the puppet show, the puppetry of the penis that's been going on, like out in DC and Ottawa and Brussels, and man, it's getting pretty soft boy, Nancy boy. Like the thing's gonna fall right off. You guys are doing it for the enemies. They're making you all soft, so it's gonna be really easy to roll right in with tanks or boats. Not even. They're just. I mean, you guys are just handing over the civilization. You don't even need a war. That's the thing is people are so fucking scared of cops. And Justin Trudeau talking about the flat Earth. I really got fascinated with this flat Earth. It's like a couple of years before the pandemic. So you're using the pandemic as a pivot point to talk about how you've been obsessing for years prior about the flat Earth and how like the British pretty much surround the 60th southern latitude, and you're just doing a wacky fool's errand for the king. Oh, I've always told you this was a British Empire situation with the Vatican, Jesuit spiritual academia. I've always told you that. Always told you that. We're there now. We're there. And I don't need any of their crap. I don't need any of their poison anymore. I don't need to, I got to go back and get my meds. Oh, we gotta go, guys. We gotta quit the Antarctica crossing. I gotta go back and get my contacts, or my meds, or my pharmaceuticals, or my new booster. I don't use it. See, if you're gonna go that far, and you're right, you don't want to have to come back because you stub your toe. I gotta go back to the hospital. So it's like, see, you doesn't think this thing through when you realize that there's more land. I did because I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And I'm going to have all these different colors. And when I combine different colors, pertaining to different medical emergencies or situations or conditions, I repair the cell. Man, without a hospital, we'll have a medic, somebody can stitch and shit. And we can make casts with the clay. It's a smart cast. See, you're like, well, what's he doing? They can't. It's like, it's my final farewell gift to you for the next year or two to see if you're going to rise up against this tyranny or you're just going to watch this like it's some sort of car crash. You're the car crash. And I'm just driving right past while everybody's watching. When you get some of this, at least you can but the reason why I'm out here is I'm packing up. In the meantime, I might buy you sometime because you're up against a snake who disconnected you from your bloodline. God made Adam from clay, kaolin clay, to be exact. And so it's interesting how it goes right back to Genesis and the curse of Seth, and I'm going back to the garden. This is Nod. This is where Abel was cast out. Sorry, Cain. Abel was killed by Cain. So you want to make sure that you got all the stuff that you need if you're going to go real fucking far. You want to make sure that you got it so you don't have to go back. You want to be ready for any kind of frostbite or injury or hypothermia or too much snot, and you want to shut down mucus production with red. Frostbite, I'll heat up the red with hot water. A weird sting from a fish, I'll use the kaolin white bloom. Or down there, the green. Eczema, psoriasis, too much salt, air exposure, whatever the case may be. Losing your hair, cosmetic reasons. You just want to fortify, enhance, detox. Right? Run out of shampoo, you can have a bunch of bottles of shampoo on the fucking thing. You can have a bunch of shaving cream on the thing. You can all have long beards while you're on the boat or crossing. If you have something that is multi-purpose, hygiene, cosmetic, remedy, dental shampoo, then you don't have to worry about getting all the different products. You have a case. It's got all the colors and all your shelves. Granule, fine powders, from unrefined to semi-refined to refined to super refined powder. Go ahead, try it. You think I'm joking? I wasn't joking about the earth not being a globe. Just see where it brought me. See, this area. A lot of people are not going to make it. The guys who are like, no, it's just flat earth. He's trying to make a new thing. It's like, no, they're never going to make it. Even in my work, they won't get to the final act of the work. And what do you think I'm going to go look for? I'm going to be going to look for, because I think there's a transparent, translucent clay up there, like a jellyfish clay. A medium. What probably makes the quartz or the silica? The plot thickens. And then I'll be able to recognize the strata. When we run out of clay, I was like, there's going to be clay over here. I'm going to find clay that you've never even seen. Like when they discovered me on my hands and I was doing mugwort. I was dead serious. Doing it. And I've been doing it since. Feel great. And see some soft cocks coming in here. Like, wow, it really looks like shit. And I was like, bro, I'm bigger. I'm like, I'm. Then they declared the thing because I was like, boom. The minute I left and started moving, they shut down every fucking country. Then the tumor got sucked out by the clay. And then I had to find clay because I was pooling way too much sebum and like uh, liquid that would be turning into earwax that just wasn't for the last 8 years. Didn't want to fester into an infection, so I went looking for clay to suck it out. And boy, did I find what I was looking for right by the ocean. Now, I don't know how you go into your house or your building and how you go out. But after I saw them lock down everybody, like I said they would in 12 to 2019, lockdown 2020 is coming. They're going to droid you in. Cameras flying around with guns. Remember I told you that? You got till 2020 to make your boat rush because that's when they're going to lock you in. Especially if the earth is flat and they've been lying. It's going to get too big. They're going to shut it down. I was right. I called it all out. It's in the movie, The Craziest Notion, Flattening the Curve. That was released in 2020 through private shares. You can still get that movie with the purchase of clay. So send me an email at mathpowerclay@mailfence.com and ccmathpowerland@gmail.com. DM me here if you want. Or go to mathpowerclay on Instagram and math_powerland. These guys are armchair weirdos that say there's an ice wall. They've already have this defeatist psychology. It's another psyop. You can't defend the ice wall. You can't scale the ice wall. Oh, but even if you do go, you got the ice wall. Another fucking wall in your head. It's just like just slap down a wall in their mind. Tell them there's an ice wall, and see how far they get. So some people are so sure there's an ice wall they won't even go to Antarctica. Try. There's no ice wall. That was a psyop by Eric Dubé and Mark Sargent. It was a defeated psychological operation. It's like it's defeatist to get just, already you tell yourself that. You're closed in because you're an armchair softcock. It's so soft, it's falling off. I mean, the Russians are applauding, going, they're doing it themselves. We're going to come in, they're all going to be like Nancy boys. Literally, Nancy as a boy. So what would you do? What would you have to go to Mars if you were going to Mars, really? Which you're not. Somebody gets hurt. Oh, well, they're in a coma for like 7 months or 10 years or whatever. Whatever. Yeah, right. They're fed intravenous like a movie, right? Huh? Yeah, where's the update on that car, you phony? I just think about how many people came into my work. I was having like a gentleman's dinner with real explorers, and a bunch of like children, teenagers came in and then started wearing the man's jacket and going around and pretending to be me. And I was looking over, oh, this is kind of cute. And then it got a little out of hand. And then they started ruining it. I had to come in and tell them to settle down. You're not saying really the research. And I went back to my gentleman's table, and by the time I was ready to leave and put on my jacket to go get to get the healing system for a long distance, ride or journey, Bob Nodell's dead. Mark Sargent looks like shit. Rob Skiba, who's like using most of my research coming out of his mouth, is dead. Fokker disappears. He's probably dead. They're all dying. You know why they're all dying? Because they took the dork so they can get their veterans package because they're all ex-human intelligence or working for the Pentagon. They were all military scum. Well, I still haven't put it past the idea of suing Mark Sargent. I mean, if Led Zeppelin can't play or make money off Stairway to Heaven anymore because it was finally rule. They stole it from the band Spirit. That's why you don't hear it anymore. You're using my routine, but every law firm's like fucking chicken shit. But I got a good mind to sue you and then pull you out and then find out who was behind that little hit piece that was on all the big platforms that all have skin in the fake space industry game. I don't call him Fonzie now. I call him Ponzi. Elon Musk. Hey, Ponzi. He's snapping in the cars appears on TV going to Mars. Not a chick wanting to bang you. A car on the way to Nerd Town. Got inspired by a song from Blondie. You ever see this guy in high school? I remember these guys. They would wear the long black jacket and have the weird hair coming down and pale skin with makeup on, and then be like part pirate, part emo from that generation. It's like from my generation, it's like, ew, we saw them and we're like, oh, that's that creep who's in grade 12 dating the one at the junior in grade 7. And then he's still dating her when he's 20 years old. He's still coming to the high school now in his car to date the 13-year-old or her younger sister. That was Ponzi. Elon Ponzi Musk. That's his real name. Right? Muskrat. He's a little muskrat. Right? He's a rat. He's a muskrat. What was the other one there? Musk. I think it was muskrat. It's a little rat coming in on free speech, and everybody suddenly we're supposed to put it down that you faked space. You don't tell me that was a real car you shot up in a riot. Everybody fucking on TV thinking this thing is real. What's the update on your car? Aren't you testing to see if people can go long distance without medicine in a coma? Meanwhile, while he doesn't do that, I got all this ready to go. And this is what you would need to develop if you were to go long distance, other worlds. And it's in the intelligent design of our soil. But you got to know the real creation and know there's a real creator in order to actually figure that out, right? Is this going to work or not? Jeez. Another ceramic cup. Put it in the grog, I smash it up, and I make more clay. That's the weird thing. Smash it up, make more clay. No joke. And so, where do you think you're going? If you don't have, what, you going to have to use a Walmart first aid box? Where are you going, Jake the asshole, with Jeranism? Or that new guy there, I'm the one who said there was more lands. What's his name? Flat Earth Cowboy or Price is Right. Bob Barker, Flat Earth Millionaire. This guy here. He's like, I'm the one who brought up. No, you're not. And you're just another Pentagon asset who's trying to argue the Earth is round and failing miserably. That backdrop of that house that you rent and you pretend that you're a millionaire, bro. What are you doing on YouTube? Shouldn't you be in your research vessel? All right, that's next, huh? But the budget, they don't want to spend too much time with. Want to spend too much money because then it makes me go Smithsonian. It's like minting me if the government spends taxpayers' money too much on me. They don't want me to know because then it's my art goes through the roof. But they want me dead before, the paintings are going for $1 million. Everybody wants me dead. People who own my paintings want me dead. He's like, oh, well, if he dies, it's you know what I mean? I got the print, or I got the shirt, or I got the painting. And then I got some real good patrons and collectors, right? And I got some people that are like monks right now hiding the pieces in areas where the convid started, right? the Covfefe 19, or the COV cut. It's like the event to stop flat Earth. Flat Earth forever. FEFE. So yeah, if you want to get some clay, get it now. This is an art project that's going on. It's going. I'm sending this all over the place. Our Mexican partners here are really, really excited with the whole thing, and it's like they had no idea that the soil here reverses the aging process, stops cellular decay, repairs cells, and pretty much heals anything. So if you want some, I know the light's pretty dark and not the best here, but go to Instagram. That's why I moved this thing to see if I can get like a better light on the work. But pretty incredible. I mean, repairing my ear and everything, and my hand, and my hair plug. Musk should investigate, right? So that's it. I just want to say hi and bye, and wrap up part one. Go to the Instagram Math Power Clay and Math underscore for your condition or your project, and yeah, send us a line. DM me here if you didn't get that right, and then CC at mathpowerland@gmail.com, and you might be able to get that movie, The Craziest Notion, Flatten the Curve, which is basically a master edit of the channel they took down at the beginning of Joe Biden's administration in 2020. Cheers. Talk to you soon. Have a great night. Is that end stream? Cheers.